Yo, what's up? This is Reaper Yu-Gi-Oh! How's it going? This is my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Video I'm gonna upload on YouTube. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to MBT because this is like basically me stealing his 10-minute testing format. Now, let's jump right into the deck list. Today we're gonna take a look at my first ever deck list that I engineered myself, like played with the ratios, tested and everything, and it's posted in YGO Pro Deck. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Every deck list that I'm gonna show from today onwards, it's gonna be listed on YGO Pro Deck. Now, the deck list is Yummy Mimighouls. It's a deck that hasn't yet released in the TCG per se, which is the Yummy portion, but we're gonna take a look at it because it's one of the most anticipated decks, and it's showing promising results in the OCG, and why, in my opinion, it's gonna be better in the TCG than in the OCG. So first of all, let's start with the main monsters. We got 3 Cookie Yummy, which is basically all Yummy monsters have a shared effect, which is if you control a Link 1 monster or level 2 Synchro monster, you can special summon them from the hand, and they can be special summoned once per turn by this effect. Then, each of them has a different effect. Cookie has an effect to target a face-up monster and it loses 1,000 attack, or if it was special summoned by a Synchro monster effect, and we're gonna take a look at that just in a minute, it can destroy that monster instead. Lolipo shuffles a card from the graveyard into the deck, or if it was special summoned by a Synchro monster's effect, it can banish that card instead. Cupsy, which is basically your main normal summon, it's gonna be if you're playing pure Yummy, but in this version we're not. You can add any Yummy card from your deck to your hand, which is basically a searcher for this deck. And if it was special summoned by Synchro Monster's effect, you can draw 1 card instead. Then we have the Quick Play spell, which is one of the best cards of this archetype. Yummy Surprise. It has 3 different effects. You can activate each one once per turn. So basically, if you have 2 Quick Play spells, you can activate both of them, but each one has to select a different effect. The first effect is target 2 Light Beast monsters and 2 cards your opponent control. Return them to the hand, so it's basically bounce 2. Special summon a Yummy monster from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot attack directly this turn. It's not negated, which is absurd. Return 1 field spell from your face-up field or graveyard to the hand, then you can place 1 Yummy field spell from your hand face-up on your field. This is the least activated effect. We're not gonna activate that effect much. We're basically gonna use it for the first and second effect only. Okay, now let's jump onto the field spells. And it's, yes, field spells in plural, because Yummies has 2 field spell. Shocking, I know. The first field spell, which is gonna start your combos with, is all your monsters gain 500 attack for each light beast monster on the field, so it's gonna help you push for game, because as you can see, most of the monsters are low level and low attack. This helps you to push into game. Then, if you control a Link 1 monster, it doesn't have to be the Yummy Link 1, which is also absurd in my opinion. You can target any level 1 Yummy monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Now, this is huge because it turns any Yummy monster into a full Yummy combo. You don't have to have 2-card combo because you summon it, link it, get the field spell effect to special summon it back, then you synchro. We're gonna get into that just in a minute. Both field spell have a shared effect, which is if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard and or banishment, place them, and discard on the bottom of the deck in any order. This is good for a grind game. You're not gonna activate that effect much, but it's kind of useful. The second one is if you synchro summon a Light Beast Synchro monster, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. If a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent card effect, you can special summon 1 Yummy monster from your deck. If this card is in your graveyard, target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard under banishment, place them and discard on the bottom of the deck in any order. And this field spell helps you with removal. It's an extra layer of interaction that you're gonna have in your opponent's turn. Now, as you can see, it's when you synchro summon a Light Beast Synchro monster. How are we gonna synchro summon? This is by using the links effect. I'm gonna go into the extra deck in a minute. Let me now explain the biggest synergies for Yummy, or the main idea behind that deck that I'm showing you right now. Now, the main attraction here is Mimighouls. Why Mimighouls? Mimighouls are mostly level 1 monsters that can special summon themselves. Problem is, to go into your combo, you're gonna need 2 Mimighoul monsters. How are you gonna get 2 Mimighoul monsters without drawing them? Like, you're playing a really small ratio here. So the what makes this deck extremely good is Mimighoul Maker. Mimighoul Maker, unironically, is the best yummy card to ever exist. Yes, don't say Obedience School, don't say any other card. It's Mimighoul Maker. That's the best yummy card. Why? It reveals two flip monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon to their field, face down in defense position, and add the other to your hand. You can special summon one Mimighoul monster from your hand. Now, you basically always reveal Dragon and Archfiend. Why? Dragon, when it's flipped face up, destroy all monsters your opponent control and gives control card back to you. Going first, it's not that useful, but why it is better to reveal to give this to your opponent rather than the Archfiend, because Dragon, when you summon it, it adds a Mimighoul card. You're gonna add Fork, which flips a face down monster your opponent controls, which is gonna be the Archfiend in that case. So you actually searched, it might lose to Ash, it might lose to Droll, so it's always better to just give them the Dragon and special summon the Archfiend with the effect of Maker, because Archfiend on special summon flips a face down monster on the field to face up attack position. Now, it's not that big of an issue if you actually just get Dragon and a special summon Archfiend to their side of the field, because the flip effect of Archfiend is, in my opinion, going first is miles better, because you draw a card, your opponent discards a card, and you get control back to this card. So it's basically draw one, rip one, and get back the monster. It's amazing. Then when you get this, you have two level 1 monsters. We can go into Giant Mimighoul. Giant Mimighoul is you can add with this Mimighoul Room, Mimighoul Dungeon, whatever you want to add with it. Then you can link it into Gravity Control and play your yummy combo. I got ahead of myself a bit, but let's continue. Fairy and Armor are basically just free special summons if your opponent has a face down defense monster. Their effects aren't that relevant. Fork, it changes a face down monster your opponent controls into face up attack position. But the thing is, your opponent has two choices, or to flip the monster or send it to the graveyard and you draw two cards. So it's basically or plus one in card economy, or it's a whatever Mimighoul monster effect you have on the field. Mimighoul Dungeon, we basically only use this for the search. The normal summon, the floodgate effect isn't that useful, which prevents your opponent from normal summoning or declaring an attack when they control a face down defense monster. But most of the times they're not gonna control that, so it's basically just for the search, because we're gonna get back our monsters to go into our yummy combo. Mimighoul Room, which is one of our interruptions or disruptions in our opponent's turn. A special summon as Mimighoul monster from your hand or deck to the in face down defense position to your opponent's field. It either special summons it to your field on face up attack position or face up defense position, doesn't matter, face up, or in face down defense position to your opponent's field. And then you can change one face up monster on the field to face down defense position. So basically, it's you can special summon Dragon with it to your opponent's field, then Book of Moon, one of their monsters. Now, I play one terraforming because sometimes you wanna search the Mimighoul dungeon, sometimes you're gonna search this, sometimes you're gonna search this, so it's better than playing two of each spell, or of each field spell, or two of each whatever you wanna play. It's better to have one terraforming, one of each spell, in my opinion. The only problem with terraforming is immediately loses to draw, and that's a huge issue for this deck. It loses to draw a lot of the time. Now for the basic hand trap package, 3 Fuwatch, 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Bell. Now why Ghost Bell instead of any other trap card, like other hand trap like Veiler or Imperm? In the meta, in the upcoming meta, in the OCG that we have right now, in the OCG that's coming to the TCG, target negation isn't that good. So basically Ghost Bell is a kind of the best hand trap right now in the game, because it negates all the yummy effects, it negates most of the Dragon Tail effects, it negates most of the Canines effect also, so it's basically just a card good against any deck in the meta right now. Now, 3 evenly in the main deck might sound weird, and it is in my opinion. You can cut it down to 2 or 1 in the main deck and play the others in the side, but I still prefer to play it in the main because the best fusion deck right now in the meta is Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail can bounce monsters, and they have a trap that negates spell cards. So Dark Ruler and Droplet is not that good. the only card that actually counters them is evenly matched. Not even Kaiju's, in my opinion, it's just evenly matched. Cosmic Cyclone, it's an amazing card. It outs so many stuff. And obviously one Cold Buy. You can slot in one cross out instead of one evenly. I just opt to not play it. But I still think that's a better choice. Just a personal preference for me to play 3 evenly. You can just take one out and put cross out, take 2 out and put cross out. We're playing 45 cards in the main deck. Now, for the extra deck, we have Herald, which is floodgate effect. Any card sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished, and it's an Omni negate. Martial Metal Marsher is when it's a synchro summon, you can target one tuner in your graveyard special summon in defense position, but negate its effects. Now we have 3 of the synchros. We play 1 Cookie, 1 Lolipo, 1 Cupsy. All the Yummy Synchro monsters have a quick effect when your opponent activates a card or effect to return this card to the extra deck, special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard, so it's basically a tag out effect. And that's when you see how we can activate the Synchro Summon effect of the main deck Yummy monsters. Now, what's the difference is, Cookie is a Book of Moon, 2 cards on summon, 2 monsters, sorry, on summon. And Lolipo special summon 2 Yummy monsters, but their effects are negated. On summon also. Cupsy on summon searches 2 and discards 1. What makes this easy to access, because we're not playing tuners in the deck, is all Yummy monsters can treat a Link 1 monster you control as a level 1 tuner. So you basically go into any Link 1 you have, which we have a bunch of, and any level 1 monster, and you can go into this because they are generic. Now, Giant Mimighoul, which is gonna search you any Mimighoul card on summon, and it's gonna make it easier to access Gravity Controller, because with Maker you go into this and the extra monster zone, then Gravity Controller, then special summon and level 1 Yummy monster from your hand, and you go full combo. SP Little Knight, it's self-explanatory. Link Spider, if you get Nibiru, you can just link the token into this, then go on with your combo, because our combo with Maker doesn't require a normal summon. Yummy Snatchy, which is the level, the Link 1 Yummy Link. If this card is Link summoned, you can place 1 Yummy field spell from your hand or deck face up on the field. Also, you cannot link summon Link 3 or higher Link monsters for the rest of this turn. So basically, when you Link summon this, you go into Yummy's Mint Minion. And now you control a Link 1. You have this field spell. You can special summon back any Yummy monster from your graveyard. So basically, your goal is to go into Cupsy, search, and continue your combo. Almirage, it's just a Link 1. Anima, also level 1. Link 1 that requires 1 level 1. Now onto the side deck, 3 Phantasme for Link decks, Lancia, cause Malice is still meta. 3 Retaliating Sea. Retaliating Sea is gonna be one of the best hand traps in the upcoming game. Ghost Ogre, obviously. 3 Dark Ruler. You can replace Dark Ruler whatever you want. I just prefer to play Dark Ruler. You can play a Thrust Talents Crossout package here. I don't like. It's your choice at this point. To the testing hand. Now, as you can see right now, we have not that much of a good hand, but we have Maker, we have Cyclone, Cold Bite. Cold Bite is really good here, so we can just dodge any hand trap. Let's start. We have Mimighoul. Maker, we reveal Dragon and Archfiend. These 2 cards, okay. Now, the opponent gets Dragon, which is better for us. We get to special. We get to special Mimighoul Archfiend now. Now, Archfiend flips Dragon back, so we get Dragon. Dragon gets back to us. Now we can special summon Mimighoul Giant in the extra monster zone. That's the most important thing you're gonna do. Special summon in the extra monster zone, because otherwise you won't be able to go into your Gravity Controller. Now we search Mimighoul Room. We have our first interruption. Now we go Gravity Controller. Now, since we don't have a Yummy monster, that's kind of a bummer, so we need to use our normal summon, which is Mimighoul Armor here. Now, special summon, we special start with Cupsy. Now, Cupsy effect to search 2 monsters. You always want to search Cupsy, the other like Cupsy in the main deck, and whatever card, it doesn't matter what other card, I usually just get Cookie, because Cookie is better when you tag out because it just destroys a monster on the field. And it depends on against which deck. Maybe you want the banish in the graveyard. I personally prefer to destroy at this point because it doesn't matter that much right now. And we can discard a card. I would just discard Maker here because it doesn't matter that much. When you have other cards you want to discard, you can do that. But just I would prefer to discard this. Now, you can start by special summoning Copsy, because we control level 2 Synchro. Effect for Copsy to search, we're gonna search for the quick play spell. And now we're gonna go into Martial Metal Marsher. Now this effect special summons Copsy from the grave, but it's negated obviously. And since you have a level 2 Synchro, now you can just special summon this, but since we got it with Copsy, but if you don't want to do that, you can just go with Link, get the field spell, special summon Copsy back, and get it. I think that's still better to keep the level 1 in our hand. We go Link effect, we get the field spell, we get always the field spell that special summons from the graveyard. Now discard effect, get Copsy. Now we go into Herald of the Arc Light. Now at this point we don't lose to Nibiru, because if they Nibiru'd us, we can just go into Link Spider, special summon this, and we can go into any other like Synchro monster to tag out in our opponent's turn. We can go into, I prefer to go into another Copsy, because the other effects on summon are relevant to us. And now we can just special summon this, since the opponent doesn't have Nibiru, because it's now negated, we can just do whatever we want. Special summon Kuki. Sit this, which is the Mimighoul room. Sit this. Now, what do we have on the field? We have a quick effect Synchro, which we can go into Kuki to book 2 monsters. Then we can have a tag out for Kuki. So we get a search or draw, and we have a destroy a monster because it's summoned by monsters effect. And we have another Synchro, because this is not once per turn for some fucking reason. It's just a once per chain, because you can activate how many times you want in a turn. So you can tag out, get Kuki and Snatchy, then Snatchy effect one more time to Synchro these 2. You go into Lolipo. Now with Lolipo, you special summon 2, but they're negated. Now what's the point of summoning 2 if they are negated? Because Yummy Surprise can bounce 2 by getting 2 monsters back to the hand. So they are negated on the field. They have no reason to be on the field. So just Yummy Surprise, bounce 2, get back 2. And you also get the summon effect of the tag out effect of a monster you have. Now we have obviously the floodgate effect of Herald of the Arclight. We have the Mimighoul room, which is a quick effect Raigeki and a quick effect Moon, Book of Moon basically, because you just flip this, special summon Dragon to their field, and book one of their monsters down. Since you have Maker in the graveyard, as soon as they special summon, or if you get special summons without being able to negate at a certain choke point, you just activate Mimighoul Maker on the special summon and flip the dragon and destroy their whole field. Also, when we tag out, we get the Snatch effect one more time to switch the field spells. So basically you switch field spells to one that destroys, so you get another destruction. So basically what we have on the field is quick effect Synchro and Book of Moon 2 cards, and special summon 2 from the grave for the bounce. We have a destruction effect from the other field spell that we're gonna summon. We have a destroy from Kuki. We have a banish from the graveyard from Lolipo. Where is it? Oh, we have Copsy here, but if you added Lolipo, you can just do that. I would prefer to have the bounce 2 here, or if you have Lolipo from the hand before, you can just summon it and that's it. But Copsy to add the Yummy card or draw a card. We have the Floodgate effect of Herald, and we have the Omni Negate. We have the Mimighoul room and Maker in the graveyard for the special summon, quick effect, the Raigeki and Book of Moon, and whatever cards left in your hand. And that's the main combo. You can still do some stuff if you have some extra cards in your hand, but I just prefer to finish on this board. If I have like one more monster on the field, I can just special summon it, basically, or normal summon it. If I have Mimighoul monsters face down here, and go into SP and activate Yummy Surprise to revive one monster. So basically, forgo the bounce 2 effect and for like SP. It's a personal choice. It depends on what you have in your hand. Here we have an extremely good board, extremely hard to out because it's layered interactions. And that's basically the bread and butter of the deck. Now you can pass and that's it. Now, the main issue of the deck, pros and cons. This deck loses to draw, easily loses to draw if you don't draw the right cards. And if you start with a search, then Maker, and they draw you on the search, you can't Maker because Maker adds to the hand. And also, this deck is not that good going second. It's better than the pure version because we have the Mimighouls to break down our opponent's board better than pure yummy. Otherwise, the deck is extremely good going first. The deck just tears through hand traps and interruptions other than draw. This version doesn't lose to Nibiru, doesn't lose to almost any hand trap, just loses to draw. That's the only issue. Um, you might think that it loses to Molcharmies, but I don't think so. We summon a lot, yeah. 7 summons, you could say. 6 to 7, even more if you want to extend. So it's not that good against Molcharmies, but doesn't lose to them per se, because it doesn't lose to any hand trap. And at this point, if they draw, it's kind of just too late at this point. And that's basically the deck. Now, there's a lot of lines that I didn't show because of the hand that I drew, but you can just experiment with this deck. I'm gonna leave the link for my Geo Pro deck in the description, and experiment with whatever you like. Next time I'm gonna upload a video for Yummy Lyrilisk, Yummy Pure with the K9 package, like Hand Trap Yummy pack, with the Hand Trap K9 package, Yummy Sky Striker. But in my opinion, if you want that, of course, let me know in the comments. And this is basically the best iteration for Yummy that's gonna be available in the TCG. Obviously, you can just like play around with the ratios a bit, and that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit long. We haven't had the chance to do test replays. That's gonna be extremely long with that. If you wanna see any test duels with this against Dragon Tail, against Kanon, against any other deck, against decks in the TCG right now, against random opponents, you can just let me know in the comments and I'll do that. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and see you in another video. Peace.